Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well, and I have a little bit of a colourful treat for you today. I'm going to be showing you some colourful tights. Ding! So these, I found them on the Tight Spot. This is not a sponsored post, I was doing my own bit of shopping, but they are from the Tight Spot, so if you do see them and do like them, that is where you can get them from. And while I'm mentioning the Tight Spot, if you would like to order from them, then you can use my code Langford for 10% off. So just a little bonus there for you. But let's get on to the tights. So these are the brand Passion, and their kind of subsidiary is Under, and these are the Boogie style tights. As I said, I picked them up in the sale, so these were only £1.95, so I thought I'd give them a go and see. I've been looking for some orange tights that are not neon and not super duper sheer, because I have both of those, but nothing that is quite deep orange, so hopefully that is what we'll get. So these are a 40 denier, and I have them in a size 3, which is large, in the colour Coral. The packaging on this is a bit old school. So yeah, doesn't really give us an idea of what they look like particularly. We can see what the tights look like, but not really the colour. What does it say on the back here? So these go up to an extra large, from a medium to an extra large, so we don't get a small, which is interesting. And the composition of these is 87% polyamide and 13% elastane, which is a nice amount of stretch. Now, these were actually made in Italy, which is nice, and it says on the back, women's tights, 40 denier, made of microfiber fabric, opaque, thick, matte finish, and they are sheer to waist. So they shouldn't have any reinforcement. But let's go ahead, get them open, and see how orange they really are and whether they're worth £1.95. Now, right off the bat, they are super duper orange. They are what I would probably call a Dutch orange. Yeah, these are super bright. So the usual plastic, bit of cardboard. I am going to comment on the fact that these actually smell really strong, so be wary of that when you open the box. But this is what they look like. So they're super duper basic. Let's see, let's stretch them out. Okay, yeah, so they've got a really quite small waistband to them, pretty evenly sewn. Now there's no reinforcement from, you know, top to toe, so that's quite interesting. And then we do have a cotton gusset. Let's have a little look at that, shall we? Yes, so you've got that kind of gusset area there. It's not particularly reinforced. It's just there. And then we go all the way down into some pretty standard feet that aren't shaped. Let's see if they've got any reinforcement on them. Not particularly, no. There's a little bit, but you can only really catch that at certain angles as well. So yeah, pretty standard, 40 denier, so they're quite thick. I would imagine they're going to be a little bit sheerer the further up you go, but I think they're going to be quite cool, and I do really like the colour of them. The only thing is I'm going to say again is they absolutely stink. It's all I can smell as I'm showing them to you, and it's like wafting around my nose. So I don't know whether you would wash these first before you actually wore them, because they really do smell pretty bad. But I think it's time for me to put these on, have a little look, we can see what we think, and we can see if they are worth the £1.95 and whether or not you're picking up a really good bargain. Okay, so as you can see, I have the tights on, and what an awesome colour they are. They're giving me Halloween pumpkin kind of vibes. Yeah, so the colour's lovely, and I have to say they feel really nice on. The material is really nice and soft, and they're actually quite good on the opaque scale of things. However, we have one small issue. Now, this might be down to me not looking at the sizing, and it also might be down to the tights themselves. So I can probably get these up to just on my hips, so obviously not appropriate to show on YouTube, but yeah, these tights don't go all the way up. So for example, the tights are currently sitting kind of around here and then just kind of here. So absolutely not comfortable or really particularly very suitable to wear. But as I say, they have actually quite a nice denier to them all the way up, with them being 40. I think that makes quite a big difference. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the size guide on this. So as I said, I have a 3L, which fits my height, but they do things in hips and height, in centimetres, which again doesn't really mean much to me, but it has a very odd kind of thing where the large fits the same height with a smaller hip, but the extra large fits the same height but with wider hips, even though the extra large fits somebody with both bigger hips and is taller by a whole 10 centimetres. So I'm not quite sure how that makes a lot of sense. But in theory, I should have been an extra large. So if you are interested in these, depending on your size, definitely check the size guide and make your decision from there. I'm a 10 to 12 on the bottom and I'm 5'7", so that might give you a rough idea about how these fit. But yeah, it's a shame. I do really like them. I think the colour's really nice. I'll quickly show you how they look on the feet as well. I just pop them up on here so you can see them properly. They're actually really quite nice on the feet as well. There's a little bit of reinforcement, but actually they fit really nicely and they're super duper comfy. So yeah, it's a real shame that these tights don't really fit too well. But hey ho, it's only £1.95. But yeah, if you want to give them a go, as I say, they're £1.95 from the Tight Spot, and you can use my discount code Langford for 10% off. But I'm probably going to give these tights, well, they don't fit, so I'm going to have to give them a 0 out of 10, but everything else is really quite nice quality, so I would give that like an 8 out of 10. But yeah, you can't win them all. But yes, these have been the Passion and Boogie tights in a 40 denier, and let me know what you think of them in the comments below. And I will see you all very soon for another review. Bye. Thank thank you for joining me for another review. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to comment and let me know what you thought of the hosiery down below. And if you could subscribe as well, that would be great. And just to let you know that I have lots of other things going on, exciting things. So I have a little link in the description box that will show you everything that I have going on. So please feel free to check that out. And yeah, thanks again for joining me, and I will see you all very soon for another hosiery review. Bye.